Gang, that Stay Trashy tour is in full swing, and we're coming to a city near you. Round up the squad and come out and see the boys. I got to keep this one in flatbreads.
Hachi Machi, gang. It's a mix of stand-up and live AYG. We play with the crowd. You've seen the clips. It's a good time. Gather the crew, and let's go. Shout out to the Army of Garbage.
Yeah.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's new favorite podcast. This is Are You Garbage?
Oh, yeah.
It's that little show we sit down with your favorite comedians, and we find out if they grew up to be classy, or if they're just a big old piece of trash.
Trash.
I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. We're out back here at Tootie's in the new edition, living high on the hog. She just stole a bunch of meat from the grocery store.
Okay.
So we're going to be eating good for the next couple of weeks, gang.
Great.
My co-host is coming at you from right next to me, unamused this week. What are you going to do? But he's the CEO of Are You Garbage. He's an international businessman. And even though he doesn't laugh at my tooties, he's my best pal in the whole wide world. Give it up for KJ, Kevin James Ryan.
What up, gang? Thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. As you know, those numbers are
True to Rev.
Cooking, gang. Then obviously the greatest website of all time, www.patreon.com. Gang, check it out. It's a goddamn party over there.
Yeah, we love you, gang. And having a nice quick shout out to our producer extraordinaire, the old magic man. He likes grinding rails and humping legs. Give it up for T-Bone McScruffins. It's Toby McMullen, everybody.
What up, boys?
What up, T-Bone?
We got the most jack dude in comedy in here, man. Hasn't touched a
real ass.
Hasn't touched a grain of sugar in months. Looking straight sucked out and yoked, bro.
Looks fucking svelte, doesn't he?
He looks real good.
Trying, boys. I really appreciate
He's
it.
scarier than usual.
Is that garbage or is that classy to be in shape? Who knows?
You look more Puerto Rican, to be honest with you.
That is a very interesting thought, right? Like, what is it more trashy to be in shape? Because I feel like I'm like prison. I look more like a prisoner.
It depends how you get in shape.
I guess it's your race. If you're white and you get in shape, it's classy. If you're brown and you get in shape, it's trashy.
No, I think you look classier. You got a nice color. You got a nice tan. You're fucking tightened up. You look fantastic.
I'm feeling pretty good. It's been a good summer, doggies.
Everything looks clean. Gang, we couldn't be more excited to have our incredibly, and I mean incredibly special guest back with us again today. We absolutely love him. You know him. You love him. He's got a brand new special right now on his YouTube page, 30 Minutes with Louis J. Gomez. Give it up for the real-ass dude, Louis J. Gomez. Yeah. There he is. There he is. Fighting shape.
LJG in the building.
Yeah.
Thank you, boys. Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it. Love Are You Garbage. Love you guys. You guys are turncoats. You're traitors. You have no spines. But we're still friends. If that is not a testament to how fucking good of guys you are, the fact that you guys really hung me out to dry, embarrassed me in front of my family, my friends, my coworkers, and really, just I don't harbor any resentment. I don't think about it every time your name comes up.
I could tell you were a little salty when you walked in when you were looking around Tootie's. It wasn't, oh, man, it was just, all right.
Yeah, I wish your producer would hang himself with one of these wires. Fucking Christ, dude. By the way, this is what the producers do.
Yeah.
So you guys know, this fuckface, I'm telling you right now, it's all smoke and mirrors. Half of these wires aren't connected to anything.
Sure, yeah.
He wants you guys to know that he's needed. So dude, I need them to. There's 17 cameras here. Most people do this with an iPhone.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
We all know what you're doing over there.
Yeah, it's making himself seem important.
Yeah,
Working hard, baby.
this is what we figured out years ago, that podcasting is like, oh, you need a camera or two, you need a couple microphones. Sure. That's all you need. And we kind of laughed a few years ago. But you'd go into like, you ever do like those Fox News shows like Red Eye?
I haven't, but yeah. I know.
But you go in and it kind of looks like this. You're like, we don't need all this.
Sure.
And here we are again, boys.
Well, wait till the drones come in at the 20-minute mark. He says we need them. I've never seen him use the shots, though.
I caught him on GarageBand yesterday. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what any of this shit does.
Buddy, congrats on the special.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Congrats
Thank
to
you very
Gas
much.
Digital. You're producing a bunch of fucking specials. You got them cooking.
Yeah, I'm pumped. It was 6 of us that did them. We did 6 half-hour specials over the course of 3 nights. It was Dave Smith first. Kurt Metzger's just came out last week. Mine's out today officially. And then next week is Colin Turrell, Jordan Jensen, and then Rich Voss. They're all incredible comedians. Very different perspectives. Just kind of like it was really a great group, and I'm happy how they came out. They were fucking great, dude.
It's awesome, and I've always said this of you. While, you know, you ruffle some feathers from time to time with a lot of people, you have done more for New York comedians and/or comedy as a whole than fucking anybody.
Stop it. I have a pool now. It's all for me. It has nothing. It has nothing to do with anybody else.
No.
So
You do have a pool now.
I know. I have goals in mind, and very often some of those goals, the peripheral benefit is that I get to work with some of the best comedians in the world and create amazing projects with
really
them.
cool.
Right. So that's. But it is self-serving. I'm not fucking out here, doing shit for anybody. I'm trying to fucking put a little money in the bank, put some cash for my fucking son to. When I get hit by a bus, he's got some memories with his pops. He gets a little bit of cash. That's it, man.
I've always said this. You are a fantastic father.
I appreciate it.
You do it. You do a lot. You do a lot for him. It's amazing. You're still renting though, right?
Still renting.
What's going
When are
on
you going to
there?
buy a place? When are you going to buy a place?
You're a businessman.
This is it. I'm buying a place.
You are.
So it's a timing thing, right? Me and my chick, she just moved to the East Coast. She's been touring a lot. It was a weird time as she was moving here to buy a place.
Sure.
I was looking to buy. I was looking to rent. My real estate agent hit me up with the fucking best house. My house that I live in right now is awesome, and I'm renting it.
Right.
But it's got a heated saltwater pool. It's got an amazing kitchen, like fucking marble white kitchen. Like it's a really beautiful home.
Your first move was to out to Jersey.
Yeah.
You rented a house. You did a lot to it. You put in the gym. You put all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, people say that they're like, "Oh, dude, you renovate." I fucking bought gym equipment. I have that gym equipment still.
I knocked out a couple of walls. What's the big deal?
I've been kind of bouncing around to different places, and each place I move into, I realize what I don't like about it. I realize what I want, and now I've officially said I'm never renting again. This lease is up next summer.
Nice.
It's a fucking great house. I really love it, and also now I know what I want. Now I know I need a pool. I need a pool, dog.
Gotcha.
Look at you living your fucking life.
Yeah,
Daddy.
honestly, I didn't think I'd ever give a shit about having a pool, but now that my son, the fucking joy that him and his friends have, every time they get in that fucking pool, and it's just great, dude. So
man, this guy's
is
got a heart of gold.
Is that place Gomez Central? Like, does the family come over to Uncle Lewis's?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah?
My sister.
There's not a nicer house than that in the Gomez family.
No.
I don't know the rest of them, but I'm going out on a limb saying that's the creme de la
The
creme.
halfway house frowns on
my
parties.
sister. So here's the thing. It's got a keypad entrance, and my sister just breaks in all the time and steals all my weed. So I'm trying to figure
Back
out
up
how
to her old ways.
I'm trying to fucking figure out how to change the keypad. And I can't figure out. That's garbage. I can't figure out how to change the keypad thing.
I have one in a house. I just got it, and I can't figure out how to change it either.
And they're close by, right? The whole family.
The whole family's. My son's mother lives 5 minutes away. My sister lives 5 minutes away.
Look
we're all right in the area.
Look at you.
It's wonderful.
I love it. You said the pool was salt water? Did I hear?
Salt water, heated.
Whoa. Jacuzzi?
No.
When you get the house?
Probably.
Do you want to build, or you're going to buy something?
I'm just gonna buy something. I actually have my eyes on a house right in the neighborhood already. I'm looking.
This guy's a fucking mover and shaker.
I'm ready. Look, people give me shit for renting. Like, dude, why do you rent still? It's like, you got to know what you want, dude. If I would have bought a house 3 years ago, like I initially intended to, I would be stuck in a house that I hate. Just simple as that.
No, it's good thinking.
Yeah,
it's good
now
thinking.
I know what I want. I know fucking what I'm looking for, the type of backyard that I want. Like even now, this house that I have now, I love it, but I'm like, you know what? It needs more privacy in the backyard. Master bathroom needs to be a little bit bigger. And if I would have walked into this house, they would have sold me day one if it was for sale, 100%. So I'm fucking dude. I've been in New York City for 20 years, and just used to little tiny apartments, and then just I'm not a suburban guy, dude. I don't fucking know shit about the.
You are though now.
Now I am.
You're been for 3-4 years.
You take to it very well,
but I don't, because I'm going broke because I'm just paying people to do the things that normal suburban guys do.
Sure.
So I have a landscaper and a cleaning lady and a fucking guy who comes in and cleans the pool every week. I don't do any of that shit, dude.
Guy to fuck my wife.
I have
everything.
nothing. Can you guys hire me, please? It's so expensive.
What do you know about wires?
It's fucking wild, dog. I'll wrangle these wires. Do that thing on the arm, dude. Remember that thing?
Man, I was so impressed by a construction worker that could do that with an extension cord.
Yeah, dude.
Like real nice, and then they connect it. My mind would be blown.
Yeah.
I meant you're a good suburban guy in a sense. I remember when you were at the old house, I think this was last year, Halloween, I mean, you were like Tim the Toolman Taylor. You had the whole place set up.
Yeah. Well, I know how to throw. I know how to throw an event.
Yeah, you go all out with that stuff.
I'm pretty good at producing events, my friend.
Yes, you are.
Kids Digital produced. Kids Digital presents Halloween.
It was.
I'm gonna fight Bobby Kelly in my backyard.
I had fucking Harrington and Alex, and they all came in, and they were dressing up as characters. They had costume changes. Like the Wolfman would show up and scare the kids, and he'd have to run behind the house and change.
You do it nice.
And I treated it like an event. So when you go to Skankfest, now this year there's 7 different performance areas. We added a whole other massive stage this year. Jesus. It's going to be fucking huge. But in the Halloween party, upstairs is one event going on. In the backyard, there's another event going on. In the basement, there's a spooky story time. We do all these different things in different areas, and it's scheduled like that. Dude, I'm telling you right now, it's a little.
You got Rebecca and Christine running around with headsets on.
It's a Halloween festival. It really is.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
And you are venturing into. The kid does a lot of sports.
Yeah, he does baseball. He does jiu-jitsu.
And we just saw him kick some ass in a tournament.
He was fucking kids up.
Yeah, dude.
It wasn't even close.
Yeah, no. Well, the video you saw.
I ran that through Gas Digital Production.
Yeah,
little green screen action. He wasn't even there.
No, he did great. He ended up winning gold in the gi. So they do gi and they do no gi. He ended up losing the no gi.
What's no gi?
It's like shorts and like
because my understanding, the holding the gi is a big tool.
Yes,
like you grab.
Gotcha.
it. Yeah.
So the gi, you could hold the lapel, you could hold the sleeves, any part of the gi you can grab onto, you could twist. So you have a lot more control of their body. With no gi, it's literally just hooking and pushing, and so it's just a different style of grappling. So he got creamed in the no gi, but he won gold in the gi.
It's awesome.
Sick.
And it was.
And he's into it. He likes it.
He really likes it, and it's like, look, dude, I
just walking around school, go and put a jacket on.
Here, put this blazer on.
Go get your dad's robe. Meet me in the parking lot.
Yeah, dude. I mean, well, because look, it depends. Like, if you're dealing with a person in a jacket, if you have gi grappling, you can fucking Doug, if you're wearing a fucking collared shirt, I will choke you unconscious with your own shirt in 4 seconds.
You're fucking people up at weddings.
You're not even gonna know what's happening, doggy. Any blue collar type event that's happening, it's fucking gonna happen. But yeah, like no, he was not like an aggressive kid at all. He's like a sweet kid. He doesn't like go.
He is. You see it in his eyes. He's a very nice,
not
gentle
mean
kid.
at all. And he was gonna do a tournament, and we were like, in the back of my mind, I'm going like, he's probably gonna fucking get his ass.
Is this his first?
This was his first tournament. He's been doing jiu-jitsu for about 3 years.
Where you guys go to like a workout place and take classes.
We go to a place called Performance Jiu-Jitsu in Fair Lawn, New Jersey, which is a great little Gracie lineage jiu-jitsu academy, and I was going there for a while before I had my knee issues, but he goes there, and he's just a really sweet kid. He's not like aggressive. He's not like a mean kid at all. So in class, very often, he's not like dominating kids in class. He's just sort of like goes through the motions. He's drilling. He has fun. They're his friends. And we worked on so many little things. What was really rewarding was, without boring people with details about jiu-jitsu, like, he had issues with getting caught in people's guard, and we really worked on side control. We really worked on, creating pressure and having heavy hips. We really worked on him being more aggressive and being, acting first on the takedowns. We worked on his triangle defense, where he was getting caught in triangles over and over again. And all of
That's a good dad right there, man. You're putting time in.
And yeah, me personally, I mean, we have mats down in the basement. Obviously, we put so much into it, watching videos on YouTube, and to go and watch him do the tournament and to apply those things in real time. And he had moments.
Gotcha.
He escaped the triangle twice.
Yeah, no, I got you.
He didn't get caught in people's guards. He was passing. He was gaining points by passing, side control, mount. It was so cool to watch, and it was so amazing because it could have went the other way, dude. If he got his ass kicked, it could have been a moment where he goes, the work doesn't matter.
Sure.
Putting in that effort doesn't matter. Addressing those holes in my game doesn't matter, right? Like, maybe I'll just, maybe this isn't for me.
But now he sees it.
But not even necessarily the jiu-jitsu's not for him, but maybe competing isn't for him. Maybe setting a goal like that isn't for him.
Yeah, it's a life lesson.
It really is a life lesson. I'm glad that the kids that they put him against were fucking pussies, because if he would have went against the kid that he got in no-gi, dude, we'd have a different kid on our hands right now. It was sort of the luck of the draw. It was a different weight class, and like, he ended up just getting put against kids, and he had more control with the gi.
That's good.
He did such a good job, and it was just a great sort of like moment. There's these moments in like as a father, for me, it was literally my favorite moment as a dad. But it was him being born was slightly below this one.
Gotcha.
Dude, my fucking jizz went out and destroyed another man's jizz. Two other men's jizz.
It's a
other
very
jizz.
romantic way to put that.
Come first, come.
Dude, my cum dominated that day.
Well, that's why I was asking you about this.
Yeah.
How were you at this?
You seemed calm, cool, and relaxed
You
on
did.
the video. You're just kind of yelling out instructions, you know.
But as he continues to play more sports, you're out there in the suburbs. Like I said, you're nice suburban guy, Lewis. What's this going to problems,
because you got anger
on
problems,
the baseball
pal.
field and in tournaments?
So
Were you cool?
Number one, yes, you heard me yelling instructions. That was deeply against the rules of the NJBJJF. I'm not allowed. Like he has a coach.
Can't hold me.
He has a coach that's in his corner that they can yell out instructions. I'm just like in the moment, like you didn't see it because I didn't post it, but like the first minute of the match, the camera's like down here because I'm like,
So you are that dad.
I'm losing my mind,
fuck.
and I'm yelling.
But there's the problem. You're that dad that could fuck somebody up.
Not really, because now I'm at a jiu-jitsu tournament, and all of these dads have been doing their way.
That makes sense.
I'm a blue belt at jiu-jitsu. These guys are fucking badasses, and I'm calling their kids weak, and I'm fucking.
Are you?
I said at one point. James was dominating, so I clearly had to let him know.
Sure.
I had to let him know that he was dominating. I was like, domination, like a jerk. And this other kid looked up when I said it. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, pussy. Man, if he switches over to soccer, you're going to be a problem.
Well, no, so he played baseball. I actually have a video. It went like semi-viral. It got almost like I think a million.
Still screaming, dominate him.
Me getting arrested at halftime.
A million views or so on YouTube. And it was another dad talking shit about the other kids. Like we were at his baseball, and the other dad was just like, I don't know what the fuck it was. Maybe his kid was the pitcher. And every kid that was going up, he was just doing the swing, bada, 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 you know, like that type of thing.
That's a pretty good bit.
Heckling the kids.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I was just like, dude, if my kid goes up there and he fucking heckles my kid, and I took the video of it being like, if this guy, and then I cut to like, just like a news story of a car plowing onto a little league field. Be like, kids and coaches scrambling everywhere. But yeah, I mean, I'm like, yeah, dude, at a baseball field, I'll fight anybody.
Sure.
Dude, at a jiu-jitsu tournament, I'm like, James, you know what? This is martial arts. We need to have some respect.
Take a dive. This kid's dad's huge.
Yeah, dude. At a baseball field,
I'll wait for you in the car.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Let's
Man,
go.
did the guy say anything when James was up there?
No, he was over it. I don't know if he was trying to be funny or what it was. But
Yeah, I'd
really
imagine.
And then I remember, one of the other dads or the other coach, because they were coaching the two kids. The first kid that my son dominated.
Did they say anything to you after the tournament? Like, hey, you got to knock that shit off.
No. They were cool. They were pretty laid back about everything. You know.
Okay.
But the other coach was coaching his guy, and he said about James, he was like, he's slow. He called my son slow. And I was like, you haven't even heard him talk. How do you know?
He reads at a 7th grade level.
Dad, what did I do? No, yeah, but he said that, and I was like, all right, let me fucking chill, let me not. And then James just truly just fucking smoked this guy. Nice. Really smoked him. And for him to get gold, like there was never a moment where I got the trophy, won the game. I just never excelled at any sports or really anything that you had to sort of set goals at. And like, it wasn't until I became like a salesperson, I got into sales, and I started really giving a fuck about money, that I started to understand what setting goals was and how important it was. Mm-hmm. But like that lesson was so important for him at such a young age, and he's got a gold medal. I mean, it's like, and it's legit. It's fucking awesome, dude.
That's sweet.
Where's that medal?
In my asshole right now. I keep it inside of me.
Are you hanging him up at the house?
Yeah, so he's got a little plaque thing where it has his belts that he goes through, and then we hang it on that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
It's the fucking best, dude.
Shout out to Louis J. Gomez, man. You're doing it right.
One of the coolest things I've ever experienced.
Kip, this is Liquid IV.
Oh, baby. Shout out. They're my doctor. That's my primary care physician is Liquid IV.
Man, thank God for Liquid IV, gang. You're not miserable. You're just dehydrated. Mm-hmm. Do yourself a favor. Get a Liquid IV and get some hydration in you. You know what I'm saying? With just one stick mixed with water, you'll get to 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks and hydration you need 2 times faster than if you're drinking regular water alone.
I know. I mean, a lot of people use it when they're in the gym. I use it after a long bender. If I get home at night and I remember, I make one, glug, 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 crush that, couple of gluggers, crush that thing, and I'm back in action. I wake up feeling like an Olympian in the morning.
You got a late summer, early fall, nasty cold that you can't shake? Hit the Liquid IV. That's what I'm doing.
It's got 5 essential vitamins your body needs to thrive: B3, B5, B6, B12, vitamin
All
C.
the Bs.
They should be calling it bingo. They got all them Bs.
Let's go.
There's so many reasons in life to be depressed. Don't let dehydration be one of them. Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Grab your Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code garbage at checkout. That's 20% off anything when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code garbage at liquidiv.com. Do it, gang.
Cue ball, let's talk about Sheath, baby.
I'm not even lying. I got them on right now.
Yeah, you do.
Hit the wiener, Cam.
Best in the business, Sheath Underwear, gang. If you want underwear that's going to make your dick look great and feel amazing, you got to check out Sheath Underwear. Here's how it works. There's 1 pouch for your dick, 1 pouch for your balls, okay? Put your hand in there as you want to. Created by U.S. Army Sergeant Robert Patton, Sheath was made to withstand the heat of the Iraqi desert. So you know what it's going to be cool? It's going to be cool.
Yeah. My dick looks great and it feels amazing in this thing. That's their copy. My dick looks all right and feels okay.
I'll back them up on that.
Yours will too, Stock. If you got a good piece, I'm sure it looks great. I got an okay one. It still looks okay. But
Sheath shows it off.
My wife likes them.
There you go.
Go to sheathunderwear.com and use the code garbage. You get 20% off your first order, plus Sheath Underwear 100% money back guarantee.
There you go.
If you don't like it, send them back. They got you. That's sheathunderwear.com. Fucking wieners on the brain. That's sheathunderwear.com. Promo code garbage. Get Sheath Underwear. Support the show. Support your balls. Do it all, gang. We love yous. And it's obviously back to school. We talked about it a little bit with Joe Lisp. You said after this you're taking them back to school shopping.
Yeah.
What stores do you hit?
Public
Does
school.
he get to choose?
Public school, he can wear what he wants.
Is
right,
there a
for the
budget?
Most part.
Public school, he can wear what he wants. Jersey's got like a great school system. Great school. It's in a really, really good school. This is the first year that he's gonna really pick out his own clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to middle school. This middle school.
So we going to 6th?
Fifth.
Fifth.
So they do middle school 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade in his school district. And we'll go. Yeah, like honestly, this is what I told his mom because very often he wears like sweatpants and shit like the little kids wear. I was like, we can afford to.
They're
like,
stylish though. Their sweats.
kind of.
Are they like
kind of.
Russell?
He needs to. I said we could afford to buy him like nice clothes. He's a good-looking kid. He's a charming kid. I was like, let's go and get him like nice clothes.
Get this kid laid over here.
I'm just saying, doggy.
You don't want to go too nice. You don't want him to look like a rich
You
kid.
don't want him to look like a dickhead. You want to have just nice shit though. He should look a little crisp. He should,
Some name brand stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Is he into any of that stuff at all? Does he ever say to you, I want these Jordans, or I want this, or I want that?
I got him a couple pair of Jordans, and he really likes him. He likes dressing nice. He's still a little kid, man. We just told him about Santa Claus just 2 nights ago.
Really?
We just told him about Santa Claus.
This is crazy. You dropped that on him in September?
Doggy, we dropped it on him. I mean, he was going to middle school. He just won a tournament. He just dominated other men's cum. He's at a level where he needs to fucking learn about the world right now.
Oh man,
So we
you're
had
out of control.
We had to tell him about Santa Claus. This was the summer of growth. You know, we just did another vacation, or we do our father-son trip every year. I took him to Costa Rica. He surfed. He had a jet ski by himself, which was extremely irresponsible on my end.
Yeah, you shouldn't be driving a jet ski and also believe Santa Claus is real.
No, yeah,
That's
that was the problem,
wild
dude.
circumstance.
He was on a rocket, fucking looking at chicks on the beach, and he believes in Santa Claus. It's crazy, dude.
So we knocked it out. We got him a tattoo. We got him a hooker. Told him about Santa Claus.
Gave him his first bump. Taught him how to use
legal down there.
Taught him how to use a fentanyl testing strip. And here we go.
Let him know about the Easter Bunny. How did he take Santa Claus?
He took it pretty well.
Did
Did
think
he
he
know?
knew or
He
no?
didn't know. He had no idea.
He thought,
Santa was real.
wow.
This kid thought the fucking tooth fairy was real. We told him about Santa Claus, and then I was like, you also know about the tooth fairy then, right? He goes, no. Told you, he's slow. The guy knew. The guy fucking knew.
I mean, what a sweet
Are all
boy.
his-
Double leg. He believes in the fucking tooth fairy.
Put $1 under his head.
Yeah.
Does he have any baby teeth still, or is he done?
He's got a couple baby teeth. So
Are you still going to break them off?
What do you mean?
You still going to get cash?
He actually lost a tooth in Costa Rica, and then he was like, oh, I got to, and then he lost a tooth. Like he lost it and then lost it. So then he was like, oh, the tooth fairy. I want to see if she'd come to Costa Rica, and I was like, fuck, dude, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm trying. I had to like it was beginning to be too much. And then me and his mom for like months we were like going like who's gonna do it? How are we gonna do it? And then finally I was supposed to do it 2 nights ago. I was like Tuesday night I'm doing it. And she hit me up on Monday. She was like, I'm just gonna do it, don't worry. And she sat him down, she was like, we gotta tell you something. And then he called me right away. He was like, wow, Dad.
You're like, she's lying.
I was like, she told you that? Why would she?
What?
She's evil. Don't listen to her.
I told you she's a lying whore. No, but he took it really well.
I'm sitting with him right now. What's she talking about?
The story was, we told him that, which is true. Santa Claus was based off a real person who was very generous, and it was like, we keep his spirit alive now, and this is a tradition that we have, and you get to give this to your kids, and your little cousin, you get to, share it with her. And then he got into that idea, but it is a moment where you're watching the magic disappear from your child. We're not religious. We don't believe in we don't teach him about religion. Like, he has a certain sense of spirituality because his mom's a woman and believes in crystals and horseshit like that. So, he's like, I believe in a power in the sky and a fucking blah, 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 energy or some shit like that.
On the phone with him, like, yeah, it's all bullshit.
It's all horseshit, dude. None of it's real. Magic doesn't exist. But when it's the last thing that he really believed in, where it was like everything else is reality now, and he doesn't believe superheroes are real. Like, he believed, but he did believe Santa Claus.
It'd be funny to see if that's what turns him. Like, now he becomes like an absolute machine.
Yeah.
In the tournament.
Yeah, all innocence is gone.
Yeah, all innocence is gone.
I hope so. I hope
He's got
there's something
Santa Claus
positive.
tattooed on his knuckles. Just tattooing guys up. But back to the clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shopping.
Shopping.
Are you going to hit any stores specifically?
Where's the first place you're going?
Garden State Plaza Mall.
Okay.
What's there? Do you go to like a Macy's or do you go to like
Burlington?
a Foot Locker?
No, I think we'll go around the mall. We'll go to some different stores. What are the kids like? I don't know. I'm not stylish. So what did I do? I went to once I was in high school.
Yours was probably way different than your son's.
No, my mom would give me $300 to $400.
Whoa,
clothes
really?
shopping.
That's fucking really good.
That was that, but that was it for my clothes for the year.
Yeah.
And then a couple $100 on Christmas gifts. And that's what my mom she did contribute there until I was maybe in the 10th grade. Then I started having to work for myself. Right.
Yeah.
But I would go to Aeropostale.
She would give you cash and go by yourself.
Once I was a little bit older.
Because Patty would never do that.
Me and my friends would go by ourselves and go shopping for our own clothes.
I would have blown that money on anything.
If I got
but
any
clothes.
cash, it would be
cake.
over.
Just say cake. He's like, I would have blown on Chinese
Come back
food
with a bunch of soft pretzels.
But it's not even good food. It would just be shitty
$400 worth of Sparrow pizza.
Yeah, potato chips and fucking.
You're at the food court.
Yeah.
Do you remember how much you can get when we were kids for $1? You get 2 bags of potato chips, a Chocodile, and a fucking quarter water. Let's go.
What's a Chocodile?
Chocodile was a Twinkie that was dunked in chocolate.
Oh,
and they were 25 cents up until I was about 8 or 9. Then this was the craziest thing I'd ever dealt with in my entire life. They raised the price to 30 cents.
Bastards.
It was nothing else cost 30 cents. When you're a kid, it's based off of a dollar.
You operate in the denominations,
Just a simple dollar.
Goddamn Clintons.
Yep.
Screwed us.
Yeah. So, but for him, we're going to the Garden State Plaza Mall. We'll do a Foot Locker or a Nike store.
Couple of sneaks, couple of pairs of jeans.
Couple nice pair of jeans, some cool stylish T-shirts. I'm sure I'm going to have him pick it out. I'm going to see what he wants to get.
Does he have to get anything equipment-wise? Does he got to get a laptop or any shit like that? Are they using that stuff?
We have to buy it from the school specifically. They have a very specific laptop that he has to have.
And how do you do with parent-teacher and stuff like that? You chill with that stuff?
Yeah, I'm great with it. We're going tonight. We're doing a
arm wrestles right when he gets there.
Headbutt.
Hey, Mr. Thompson.
Nice tits, honk honk. Let's go. I'm the real ass dude. Maybe you heard of me.
Does anybody in your world know you? In your kids' world, know
yeah. Do you bump into anything?
Do you at
the school?
Oh, yeah.
I'd assume the janitor or somebody's a big fan.
Yeah,
it's like Derek Jeter walking by.
The problem is all my fans aren't allowed within 1,000 yards of the
It's a school, so it's tough. Yeah,
it's a weird thing.
They're waiting up on a parking lot as you drive in.
No. Yeah, so his baseball coach, her brother was a big fan of mine.
Okay.
So I ended up just walking around the field one day, and they were like, "Oh shit, that's Luis J. Gomez." So yeah, and he has a female baseball coach. Yes.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah, female. Well, one of the coaches is a chick. So yeah, but I get recognized in front of him. here and there. You know, I try to keep it separate because the type of comedy that I do, it's like problematic.
No.
And
Thought you were into politics.
but I just don't. Well, they act like I am. Like it shouldn't be problematic because they are just dumb dick jokes, right?
Sure.
Like I understand why Dave Smith is problematic. He has dangerous ideas. I'm just telling jokes up here, okay? But it's like I get concerned that one day that will cause a problem for him. That, you know, that a parent is going to be like, oh, well, some fucking libtard parent's going to be like, oh, well, he does fucked up comedy, or they'll read something, and then that will cause an issue for him because his dad does, you know, a certain type of comedy. So that's something that I think about, you know, pretty fucking regularly. But
it seems like he would handle that well, though.
It seems like he would handle it well. And to be honest with you, I've only received like positivity. In the real world, I've never dealt with a single person being like, oh, fuck that guy. He's that type of comedian. Anytime people either find out that I'm a comedian or they recognize me from anything, it is 100% positivity. It's always like, oh, that's really cool. You're a comic. When you meet parents at a parent-teacher conference night that recognize you, which has happened a few times, they're like, oh, dude, you're a comic. They don't. 99% of the people don't live in the world where they're reading the politics of comedy and fucking these dumb things. It's not real. Like, I'm just a comic. If you Google my name, you got to go pretty deep into Google to find an article that says I'm like a Nazi comedian. But they exist. They're out there.
Let me ask you this. Since you are in celebrity status over there, what if the baseball coaches were like, hey, would you want to give the speech before the game or anything like that? Are you looking forward to anything like that as his athletic career progresses?
No, because I need to, in order to be good at anything, I got to be really comfortable. I have like my own like insecurities and my own ADHD and I'm on the spectrum in my own ways, right? So when I'm not comfortable, I'm really bad at performing. So I was asked to be Gary Veter's best man at his wedding. Doggy,
I've heard the stories about this.
I gave a 17-minute speech without a single laugh. I mean, I'm talking about just brutal, like just talking about how hard it is to be a comedian, being in the trenches. Meanwhile, he's marrying some fucking rich bitch. There's doctors in the room.
Like, I heard people were like, you talking about how hard it is to be a comedian.
Dog,
there's like a brain surgeon at table 3.
It was wild. The whole thing, but it's like, and then I'm like, I start to sweat, and I'm fucking getting like, it's really just not my, I mean, I would, you know, maybe tell a fucking couple jokes, but like, it's a scary thing, dude. I got to be comfortable.
Do crowd work with the kids.
Yeah, stand up and podcasting, I'm comfortable with. If I have to do some shit where I'm not comfortable, I imagine that I'm sitting in front of a podcast mic. I imagine that I'm standing on stage doing stand up, and that's how I get myself mentally out of it.
Would you coach?
No, because I'm just not good enough.
Okay.
I mean, I coach him a little bit in jiu-jitsu because I know a certain amount. But I also know enough to know that I don't know enough to actually make him good at jiu-jitsu. Gotcha. So he's in a good school. He's got great coaches. You know, that's a part of it. But I like knowing part of the reason why I like going to jiu-jitsu was because I liked learning it with him. Like very often, dude, I go to a class let's say he goes to a class at 4:30, right? And I go to a class at 6. The coach, it's the same lesson for the kids and the adults that day, right? Let's say you're working on just guard passing, right? And he's going through the same motions, the same movements. So it's the bond and being able to like sort of do that together was really, really cool. And I hope I can go back one day. My knees are just fucked, and it's just fucking hard. I've been boxing a lot. I'm boxing. I can announce it now. Where we have a brand new event. Brand new Carnival of Combat.
Carnival of Combat, and you're fighting Mr.
Tim Butterly. Great comedian from
Philly. I
feel
like we should start tuning you up right now on behalf of Butterly.
Yeah.
You guys
They have
Philly
squad's
right,
got to stick together.
Let's go. It's
My
Philly.
money's on Butterly, even though I love you.
Doggy,
You
let's
saw
with the
Lewis and
kid.
even fucking hit him, dude?
Butterly is the fucking man.
I love Butterly.
And I
The
love
man.
him. He's awesome.
A lot of similarities between you guys.
It's the showdown of the rad dads, dude.
Yeah, two great
Who
fucking
wins
dads.
So the stipulation is in the fight, it is the Who's Your Daddy match. The winner is going to legally adopt the loser. So
That's awesome.
that's the stipulation in this fight.
I
We're doing
mean-
3-minute rounds. Me and Jason Ellis are producing this new event probably 2 or 3 times a year. It's going to be November 4th. In St. Petersburg, Florida. There's a bunch of other fighters that are going to be on it as well. A bunch of fun fights like the pinata boxing and the blindfolded boxing, musical chairs. It's the evolution of Ellis Mania. But you can get tickets September 12th at 12 p.m. Eastern at carnivalofcombat.com.
I mean, dude, last year at Skankfest, that was one of the coolest,
One of the highlights,
one of the funnest
yeah.
parts of it.
Yeah, and we're still doing the fights at Skankfest. We were going to do these boxing matches at Skankfest, but we were dealing with an athletic commission, and the amount of red tape that they started putting in our way in order to do a fun, silly event, it wasn't going to be as fun. So now we're doing Ellis Mania style stuff. We're not doing boxing. We're doing like blindfolded karate and arm wrestling and ass slap fights and sock fighting and a bunch of silly, stupid shit that we've done at Ellis Mania before. But the boxing, the amateur boxing, we're moving over to this other event, and this is going to be a whole other event, which I think people are going to fucking
Florida.
love.
That's fucking
Dude, in
awesome.
Florida, dude.
Go
St.
get
Pete,
after
St.
it.
Pete, the heat in St. Pete, baby boy. Let's go.
Like that.
Team Rattlesnake, let's go.
This guy's a marketing genius.
I know, man.
I love the idea of you in front of a real athletic commission and be like, no, they want to get tased.
Anybody can box. Blindfold these pussies.
It was an uphill battle, to say the least.
They said drug testing and no crossbows. We were out.
They're like, drug testing? I'm like, yeah, we're all on drugs.
Sir, what do you know about fighting? You're wearing a suit jacket right now. I can strangle you. You fucking idiot. You're on the commission?
You
I don't even have a
moron.
shirt on. Try to grab me.
You're wearing a tie.
It's funny, right before you told us about this, I was going to say, is Louis J. Gomez becoming
No.
more classy? I think he is.
He just started a fight club in Florida. That's
True. That is not a classy move.
Put a pin in that for a second.
But ticketed.
Ticketed event. He's a goddamn showman.
There's a website. I'll give you that.
Listen, a lot of people do alligator fights. All right, but I'm just saying, man. You're really. I mean,
He's becoming more mature.
okay.
He's obviously he's more mature than both of us combined.
Oh, dude,
obviously,
are you
he's
kidding
a
me?
he's a business owner, a good father. You know, but
I don't know that you can. I don't know that you could. I think I'm always going to be me. I don't think I'll ever not be. There was like a moment like I was just.
You're sharp. You
Where-
do great with the vacations. You're buying the house. You got the kid all squared away.
I was somewhere. Me and
pretty
my-
good with the ladies.
Me and my
Very
girl,
good with
we
the
were in
ladies.
Houston. Me and my girl were in Houston. And
I see the pictures you guys are on. You're gallivanting. You're going to a nice restaurant. You're doing it classy.
yeah.
You're new money.
I am, but that's exactly what it is. I'm new money, and so I did. This was a move. This was this is actually on the surface would seem like a garbage move, but I feel like is a classy move.
Let's get into it.
Check this out.
Okay.
Me and my son, you know, he has expensive taste now at this point, right? So his favorite restaurant, you ask him right now, he'll tell you it's the Capitol Grill. Love me some Capitol Grill.
I respect
Whoa.
that.
The Capitol Grill is like, you know, it's a chain, but it's
It's
what
really
you're gonna
good.
get. It's really good. I love the Capitol Grill.
Corporate steakhouse.
Yes.
Awesome steakhouse. Always
Catch one in a nice mall, something like that.
It's
out
always
in the
gonna.
burbs.
You're always gonna find it in a nice. If you're at a decent place, you'll find it. It's always gonna be a good time. You're not really experimenting too much.
Good levels of quality.
T-Bone was just at one. King of Prussia.
It's the greatest.
It's great. I love the Capitol Grill, and they're expensive. It is as expensive as a good steakhouse.
Yeah.
What's
right?
he
It
getting
is-
there though? Does he have a taste for nice steaks?
So when we order, yeah, he does. He has a taste
Okay.
for everything. So he'll eat anything. I always do like 4 or 5 appetizers for the table. We always try a little bit of everything. We've gotten to the point now where we'll just split, a steak at the end. Usually,
porterhouse. You'll do a porterhouse.
No. Because we have so many appetizers. We don't need
Okay.
something big. We
Put
usually
a fillet or something.
no. Usually I get the
Baseball, ribeye, tomahawk.
Hanger.
the ribeye.
The ribeye.
Okay.
Usually we get a ribeye, a little marbling, flavorful.
How he's
like
getting
it.
that cooked?
Medium rare, medium depending.
Will he do medium rare?
Yeah, he'll do medium rare.
Classy
the
kid
the
right
kid eats
there.
steak tartare. He eats tuna tartare. He eats raw.
He's a bit tartar.
He's a retard tar. You heard that, Coach.
That's terrible.
You're the only guy I would make that joke
Of
to.
course. Dude, so
And I was on the fence about it.
it's all good. So yeah, we'll get usually medium rare, but we'll get a bunch of appetizers, lots of flavors. If I'm bringing like the family, everyone's just eating off each other's plates. Like
Sure.
that's just
Communal.
always communal.
And when you go with the fam, Uncle Lewis is picking up the check.
they haven't looked at a credit card
See, that's what I'm saying, man.
a single time, not once, not a single time has my family or my girlfriend ever even nudged toward the fucking bill. Nothing.
A
Not once.
generation we could be seeing Dr. Gomez, Senator Gomez.
Crazy. So here's the thing. He has expensive taste. So after his jiu-jitsu tournament, I was like, well, we're going to go to dinner tonight. He's like, oh, Capitol Grill. I was like, James, I found a better place in Capitol Grill. Right? He doesn't fucking know. He doesn't look at the prices on these things, right? Season's $52.
What the hell's
What's that?
Now, season's 52.
I gotta get eyes on.
Sounds
it.
like you got to deal with this guy.
Yeah. It's off of Route 9. Check it out.
I have to say it 6 times on this podcast.
Dougie, it's also a chain, and it might even be owned by Capital Grill. It might be in the same like family
You're
of
reaching.
restaurants. It really might be, dude.
All right, it's next to a Fogo de Chao and Eddie V's Prime Seafood.
Yeah,
but
that's
Seasons
the one in Jersey. By the way, that's the one I go to. That's in Paramus,
That's in
right there. Yeah,
Paramus.
dude.
Yeah.
Seasons is spelled with 2 E's.
And a Z at the end.
They also cut hair in there.
Dougie, no, they do.
They got a flatbread. I'm in. Summer is now shining.
It's one of the best fucking lamb dishes that I've had. Their lamb is incredible. They every season they change the menu.
Okay,
so that's
I
the
got
thing. But we're talking about half the
That's
price.
real kitschy. I like that.
Half the price of
Capital Grill.
Capital Grill. If you get a fucking you add on a lobster tail for $14 at this place, Dougie,
Oh,
shit is
man.
wild. But it's
all right.
really good. Not for nothing. It's really me and my
They
girl.
got tuna tartare,
They have it all.
crab cake, slow roasted meatballs.
He's slow roasted too.
They call him the
He's a slow
smokehouse.
roasted, the slow roasted tartar.
Slow and low, baby.
He's only available after 4 p.m.
Dude, it's owned by Darden Restaurant Group, who also owns the Olive Garden. Not too
Damn.
shabby.
Damn.
And the Capitol Grill.
And the Capital
you
Grill.
go.
Hey, what I tell you? What I tell you?
You're a fucking.
Because they're all in this. They're always in the same parking
That's
lot.
a real derp, dude. That's first of
Eddie
all.
V's Prime.
It's the
Capital
same
Grill.
steak. They get it in bowls.
Doggy. So they got like 1 or 2 steaks in the menu, but then they got like salads. It's just a much more
It's nice.
diverse
It's
menu.
a little more casual too.
And it's fucking nice. These kids, they don't fucking know. So like, I found a better place. So now he's like, this is even better than Capital. This is my new favorite place. So my lesson here is that I should have never given him those expensive tastes because he has no idea to begin with. But is it garbage or is it classy? The fact that I've recognized that I don't need to, because I feel like the only reason I was going to Capital Grill was based off my own
To feel
garbage
nice. Yeah.
insecurity.
Right, yeah.
And now I can take him to a less nice, but still decently nice restaurant and still feel like I'm doing nice for my family.
No, that's 100%. And
Yeah.
I think that's classy, but you hear it's like, a lot of like, you hear that with like rappers or whoever, like when the people that don't have money then make money, they realize of like, I don't need 4 calls. It's like, you spend it and then you realize, oh, that's not the answer.
50 Cent, I just saw an interview, said something like that. There's no house worth $80 million or whatever.
No,
he
there's
said.
not. It's funny you bring up 50 Cent because I randomly was at a Hilton in the steam room with 50 Cent.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, why is fucking 50 Cent at the same hotel as me? And then I sort of justified and I went, I was like, my assumption is he's probably with 30 people.
He's got to get a floor.
And he's got to get a floor for everybody, but I don't think he was. He was with one like business partner, and they were like talking business with like this other dude, some older white guy that owned some liquor brand, and I just overheard them, and then I just started chatting with him, and his business partner was from my hometown in Jersey, so I started shooting the shit with 50 Cent, and it was just like this little
Man,
moment.
Talk about a meeting of the minds.
Right?
OJG
There
and
we go.
fucking Curtis
Running into
Jackson.
50.
Hachi Machi.
Kip, let's talk about Marine Layer.
Oh, you mean cool guy clothes?
Yeah, real cool guy clothes. We were at a brick and mortar the other day.
We were.
Place is all right.
Yep.
Gang, we're not saying you're soft, but your clothes can be soft. All right, Marine Layer is a go-to brand for soft, great fitting and stylish tees and the closet staples that you need. Look good while feeling cozy with Marine Layer.
I think Foley just had a stroke. They were nice enough to send us a bunch of free gear. It's fantastic. I wear it out. In a nice summer day when it's getting cooling out around there. Throw a nice little long sleeve shirt on. Ooh-wee.
Feeling crisp.
They got shirts for every occasion, and with their in-between sizes, you don't have to make the choice between medium and large and extra large. They take care of you. If you're a little roundabout like Kipperino over here, it makes you feel nice and cozy.
Chub.
I think we can all admit the perfect tee can be hard to find. I've been searching my whole gosh darn life. Look no further than Marine Layer. For a limited time, get 15% off with code GARBAGE15 at marinelayer.com. That's code GARBAGE15 for 15% off your entire order at marinelayer.com. Saving your closet one shirt at a time. Do it, gang.
Yeah, but it was kind of interesting, and it was just a moment where I thought, I was like, why is he at this Hilton? It wasn't a shitty hotel. It was like a nice enough hotel. For me, it was particularly nice, but for him, it was just like whatever. But maybe that's why. Maybe he's just at a place where he's going like, there's no reason to just spend to spend. It's a new money thing, and I'm not
funny, man.
I don't have money, right?
Hey, man,
so I'm not new money.
Is free breakfast at the waffle station at a Holiday Inn.
Yeah, dude. But honestly, fucking, it is. And that's a little part of me, like I'm getting. I think a part of me I would show like affection by like buying things for like, my family members or friends or girls, and I would have to like spend a lot in order to like, and I'm sort of like getting out of that mentality now.
Becoming more responsible.
I'm just like like anything else, it's like worn off a little bit. Like now I'm not like it's not so like, oh my God, I can go to a nice restaurant, right? I'll give an example. I just took my son to Costa Rica, right? And every time I go, like I always look at like the price, and I'm like, all right, it's the minimum price for a hotel room that I'm going to stay at, because in my mind, that's what is going to be nice enough.
Right.
And then we were looking at hotel rooms, and I always book everything really late. So I was looking at with James, and he was like, oh, I really like this one. And this place was like $190 a night. It wasn't expensive at all. And it looked very nice. And I was looking at another one that was like $500 a night, and they looked comparable, but obviously the one was like more of a high end.
Sure.
And they were talking in the hotel that he liked. They were talking about how monkeys would come up to your balcony and like you could feed them. And he was like, no, that sounds so cool. And I was like, all right, cool. And I was just sort of bracing for like, this place is gonna be a little bit ghetto, like what else? And then I got there, and it was so fucking nice, dude. This was like one of the nicest hotels I've ever stayed in. It was such a cool experience. It was little capuchin monkeys and squirrel monkeys all over the property that would just come up to you and the kids and fucking you.
Yeah, somebody tagged us. Weren't you feeding barbecue sauce from Burger King?
No.
Yeah, you were. Somebody tagged me. Dude, first of all, we get tagged.
It was Seasons 52.
We get tagged in every post of yours. Being like, you fucking believe this guy? This guy's trash.
Sugar packets.
He was feeding them sugar
packets.
packets. No wonder why they were crawling all over you.
This was from the hotel staff specifically said, look, if you want them to come, show them a sugar packet, they're coming to your room. So we had fruits, we had bananas, but yeah, the one video was I was showing them a sugar packet, and they descended like Planet of the Apes,
he's
dude.
feeding them barbecue sauce.
Yeah, dude, give him a little sriracha. Let's go. But no, it was like
giving them Alka-Seltzer, so they're blowing up.
Like the lesson there is like, I was like, I don't need to like just fucking try to spend as much money as possible at all times to prove to myself that I'm worth something.
Sure.
I grew up so poor that it's like I have this like emotion about money, I think, in a much different way than other people do. Like my poverty, the way that I grew up was much. I don't know anybody else who like, so unless you're like from like a third world country. Like I grew up like as poor as it fucking comes.
Sure.
Like, my mom was a drug addict on welfare, didn't work. Like I didn't have shit. And you know, it was like
that's why I was stunned about the $300 for clothes.
Yeah, that was it. But that was literally everything that I got, you know, and that was just, maybe that was also ghetto mentality.
And she got that at that moment.
That also could have been a point of pride for her, of being like, listen,
here's the
she
thing.
was like, I gotta send them back with fresh clothes.
From the time I was like 6 to the time I was like 11, she really tried. She tried, right? But she was on welfare. She was, you know, she ended up getting sick and getting cancer and really just like gave up on life. But she tried. She was like, you know, part of the Boy Scout troop, and I was in Little League. My mom, the problem was, the difference between me and my mom is, if James says, I don't feel like going to jiu-jitsu today, I don't make him go, but I was like, James, you're gonna feel really good if you go. You really
encourage
should.
him to go. Yeah,
you should go. You're gonna regret not going. Every time you've not wanted to go, and you didn't go, you feel bad, right? And he's like, yeah. And you sort of get him there, and you get him to make the decision. If I told my mom I didn't want to go to karate or baseball, she'd go, cool, and she'd just go smoke a cigarette in her bedroom, and that was that. So there was none of that little bit of like extra encouragement. She was just kind of a lazy parent. But I think she tried to do right by us, and I think new school clothes. Where I grew up, I don't know if it's in every hood, but where I was at on Railroad Avenue in West Haverstraw, like all the hood kids, you got new clothes.
Yeah.
Everyone had
you'd be tortured.
A new pair of sneakers on the
Sure.
first day of school. You had a couple new pair of jeans. You had some new clothes. Your first week, you're dressing in brand new.
You're in good threads.
Yeah. Every kid in my neighborhood was fucking dirt poor, but every single kid had new, nice clothes the first week of school.
Yeah.
You know, and that was that. And I think that's probably still the case. You just deal with like
the next week they were all stolen.
Well, you hear people, yeah.
Everybody was wearing the different shit.
But you hear about like people becoming new money and like rappers or people from the hood or baseball or football players or athletes, and they go and they spend thousands of dollars on sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that is because it was built into our minds as little kids. Like, you gotta have a fresh new pair of kicks,
right?
Or you're gonna be made fun of. I remember my first day of school, I had a fresh new pair of kicks, like $130 for these sneakers. Like it was like half the money I had for school clothes, and we were eating a bagel. I had butter on my bagel, and then I went to go take a bite, and all the butter squeezed out the back and landed right on top of my shoe, and there was the holes in the top of the shoe, so the butter was in it. And I remember this kid fucking, I forget his name, but it's a little hilarious like black kid. He goes, he's like, yo, them shoes is butters. And everybody, I mean, everybody, even me, I was mad. I was like,
man, this kid's good. This kid's quick.
Kid's fucking snappy.
Yeah.
I love it.
All
right.
Let's we got to get into some questions here. Obviously, guys, when you sign up for the Patreon, we will answer your garbage questions on the road. A little bit of fucking vacation and being broke. This is from James. Are you garbage if you go on a group vacation and you know you're going to run out of money halfway through the trip? To me, that was every trip I had with anybody.
Yeah.
I would go away for like 4 days or 5 days with friends with like $120 in my bank account.
I would try to get in front of it. I would throw a bunch of money the first night or two, hoping that I got good faith to ride me.
That
out
everybody's
for the
in.
rest
Remember I picked up that first tab 4 days ago at the airport or whatever.
Yeah. Up until I started traveling when I was like older in my 30s, every trip I took, it was, you sort of budget out like $100 a day. Day one, you spend $300.
Yeah,
I'm in trouble here.
Yeah, fuck. All right, that got away from me. We're down on the count.
I went to Vegas. First time I went to Vegas when I was like 23 years old to go see Chuck Liddell fight Rampage Jackson. Ran out of money with 2 days left. Lost the girl that I was with. Like she just was gone.
Leaving your broke ass.
My phone battery like died, and I didn't have a charger that fit my phone. I was like literally in the desert, like walking in the heat with nothing.
You were like 24 hours away from being homeless. I think.
Doggy, it was going to be like a fucking like a Vegas desert movie. Like it was the beginning of like the end. It was really going to be a problem. I remember when we went to Amsterdam when I was like 22. Just didn't bring enough money. The last day we had nothing left. We didn't even stay in Amsterdam. We stayed in Utrecht, which was like a suburb of Amsterdam. We were like, oh, we'll save money by staying an hour away from Amsterdam. It was fucking crazy. And like we were with this kid. We just hated this kid we were with, so we ended up just ordering room service on his credit card for the last day. Like just a bunch of shit.
Move.
Oh yeah. But none of the trips that I had. And then like if you're with a chick. There's like that scene from Half Baked where Dave Chappelle's on the date. Yeah. And he's like counting all the money that he's spending where he has like nothing. That's what it feels like. The anxiety of like, oh shit, dude, the walls are closing in. I'm running out of money.
Brutal.
She's like, oh, I want to go do this. And you're like, maybe I'm not really in the mood to rent jet skis today. That would be boring.
Yeah. Who wants to do that?
Yeah.
Let's hang out in this free air conditioning. I went to New Orleans one time for a bachelor party not that long ago. Maybe like 7 years ago, maybe. And I tried getting out on the trip. I'm like, I can't even afford the plane ticket. Like a recreational plane ticket at that point to me was like fucking crazy. Bought the cheapest plane ticket I could. Get there. I don't even think I paid for the room. We got an Airbnb, and dude, it was fucking cockroach infested.
Oh.
And all of my other friends who were like in work, like had professional
real jobs. They're like, let's just get a hotel room. We're not.
Dude,
staying
they all
here.
went and stayed at like the Four Seasons or something.
Yeah.
And it was me and my 2 other broke ass buddies in this huge haunted house with cockroaches.
And the roaches.
Dude. Oh, it fucking. I remember just sitting there so fucking pissed.
That's the worst.
Yeah, you're just fucking jammed up.
Yeah, just being on vacation and have it not be awesome. It just kind of like.
It just reaffirms how broke you are.
I watch these like channel, and I'm sure it is not a bad life, right? But it's like you go on a vacation, you don't have any money, and going on vacation on a budget, like it just seems like there's a lot of like, oh, I wish we could do that. Like,
yeah, you're just looking at richer people doing stuff.
I just feel like let's just.
Lobster tails sure look good.
Yeah. You see, like you'll see a channel. They're like, "Oh, we're going to Costa Rica on a budget." It's like we're going to show you all the things you can do. It's like here's how you can eat for $3 a day. It's like this doesn't seem fun. This doesn't seem like a vacation.
You kids want to fight the monkeys for sugar packets? Yeah, it's brutal. Yeah, that was every vacation. Yeah, it was wild.
You want another coffee?
Please. Oh, I didn't want to.
I like how he does it like he's a gas digital. Like he's not like.
I just disrespect my producers. I'm like,
just tell Vinny. Vinny,
Yeah,
what is it,
Vinny.
black
I don't
coffee?
hey,
I
Vinny
don't work for you
Boombox.
like that, bro. I'm kidding. I'm coming over to best.
Right away, sir.
I don't shine shoes no more.
He had it ready.
All right, let's see here. Another vacation one, kind of. This is from not Nick Skinner. Is it garbage to leave the hotel TV on high when you leave the room to deter people from breaking in? Do you have a protocol in a hotel room?
That's a great question for him.
Well, that's crazy. Nobody's breaking in your hotel room.
I do it for sure.
You-
I leave the TV on.
I leave
Just
it
to
on
let
my-
them think someone's in there.
I leave it on in my apartment all the time.
What I do at my home is I set up. You remember in Home Alone where he had all
bottles. Oh, that's a nice. You got fucking Michael Jordan.
That's what
doing
I
the
do at all
dance.
times, and I have strings and I have music playing. Yeah, I don't let anybody think. I think there's a lot of people there.
Not only is someone home, we're having a party.
Yeah, dude.
Just corn blasting.
Yeah.
Well, you use the safe in a hotel room.
If I'm in another country, yeah.
Oh,
if I'm in this country, no. So if I'm in another country, because I've had money stolen from me in other countries, hotel staff
Like
have
out of the bag.
Yeah,
Like out
they
of your
just,
bag or
I
whatever.
didn't even have a lot of cash, and you're just broke. I remember I was in Puerto Rico staying at the Paradisus Resort, which was the only all-inclusive resort in Puerto Rico at that time. I think it still is. And yeah, the staff we only had a couple $100. It was all-inclusive, so it was like everything's paid for. I used to love it all-inclusive.
You just have to get there.
Gotta get.
Just
if you're
fucking get there.
I got a couple $100. God forbid something happens.
Sure.
right?
Just get there.
But that's it. So we were staying at this.
As long as they don't
resort.
run out of shrimp, we're good.
That's that. And yeah, they stole like the money. They stole the cash. The cash was gone, and that's all I had. So I know they stole the cash.
Damn.
And yeah, it becomes a whole to do. And then I started getting even more annoyed because I had to go file a report and go to this office, and it's this big, massive resort. So like half my day is just on golf carts going back and forth,
Yeah.
like writing shit, and like it's really annoying. So yes, if I'm in another country, I use the safe every time. My watch.
What do you do with your passport when you're abroad? Do you take it out with
Safe.
you, or you put it safe in?
Safe.
And don't take it with you when you go around.
Never, anywhere. No, I have a
Gotcha.
picture of it on my phone.
Gotcha.
That's what we were just
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, we were just talking about it because I'm doing. I'm hitting Greece.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we were talking about.
I gave you advice.
You did. I
tried
loved
to get.
it.
Did he tell you the advice I gave him?
What?
Not go.
I said, don't go where you're going.
Yeah.
Why?
He's going to Santorini, which is me and my girl.
It's
just
all
went.
stairs. He's worried about the stairs.
Yeah, that's
He told me
That's-
that.
yeah, yeah.
that's from me.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the fuck, dude. It's not just stairs.
And he said there's another island that is just as nice, but not as touristy and not as expensive.
not expensive, not as touristy.
I think it's called Seasons 52. I believe that's the Greek island.
It's the same people who own Santorini.
That's the same squid, same ocean.
Santorini, Naxos, Paros.
What are you doing?
Yeah, no. Santorini was like, dude, it was so romantic and beautiful, right? It was like really, really incredible. But just so you know, like, it is like you're climbing the rocky stairs every day.
No, I gotcha.
Every day. Like,
I
you get
gotcha.
to the top of the stairs every day, you're gonna fucking jump up and down with
No,
your
he's
girl,
not.
covered in sweat.
Well, here's the thing: we're doing a weight loss challenge on the Patreon, and I gotta make some ground up before I get back. So I'm gonna need all the walking and all the stairs I can handle.
Yeah, the stairs.
Which is about 3.
Yeah,
You need 500. You can handle 2, maybe 3.
it was one of the most romantic places I ever was. We had like one of those little cave, like carved out cave
Sure.
hotels. Like it's like
Yeah.
literally into the side of the mountain. We had a hot tub that just like literally we were staring out into the caldera, the big volcano. As romantic as it gets, you know.
I've been using that word like such an asshole ever since I heard
Romantic?
Caldera. Caldera.
Yeah, if you're staying in any of them in Via,
It's in the area where the
Yes,
where the
right.
windmills are.
yeah, I
The
stayed.
old windmills.
We all stayed in Via. That's it, and it's
That? Oh, that's fancy.
That's my spot right there, the one on the left.
let's see.
That? You have that whole thing?
Got that whole thing.
Let's see.
This
Click-
fucking
click
guy.
It, click it. Ooh.
You got that whole villa?
I got that whole villa.
You got it. You got to do that. You got to do it.
This guy breaking my balls for spending money.
It wasn't that bad. What do you mean? I use my points and miles.
Is that the lie we're using?
Sure.
Okay.
Where do we stay? We
It wasn't that bad, and it took 2 times for the card to go through.
Yeah.
It almost didn't happen. Because Navy Federal was playing hardball with me.
Doggy, it's really nice. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You're gonna love it, dude.
But I
I'll give
was
you some
asking-
suggestions, some restaurants. You'll fucking dude. The food is really, really good. I'll tell you right now, it's really good, but it's not like Italy, where in Italy I eat everything. I'm just
Oh,
eating.
yeah.
I love Italian food. I don't love Mediterranean food.
I love it. I got
So,
a real problem with
You
it.
have a problem with Mediterranean? Oh, you're gonna love it then.
Problem.
Best fish I ever had in my entire life was in
Huh.
Paros, but it was in Greece.
Best fish I ever had in my life? Seasons 52.
All right, let's do a couple more questions here, and then we can hit the bricks. This one's from Cullen. Never had one read. This is just a good time. Ever pretend a power tool was an actual real gun?
Always.
I can't not have a drill in my hand without fucking Doing the quick draw
Always.
McGraw on
A
you.
little quick draw. I actually almost robbed a KFC with a screwdriver.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was
The cocktail, not
18. No, when I was 18, I've told the story on Skanks and all these shows, but if you guys haven't heard it,
Give me all the money, or I'm going to take these booths apart. I swear, man. Give me 2 or 3 hours. This place is going to be in shambles.
You just drop a couple of screws real slow on the counter.
no, what I was gonna do, I was gonna hold it in my shirt and be like, yeah, stick them up, you see, with the blunt end of it. I worked at KFC at the time.
Don't make me use this vibrator on you.
So I guess I had just stopped working at KFC like a couple months before.
Wait, you were gonna rob the store you worked at?
I worked at a different one. So it was the KFC was the
not an idiot.
franchise. But I knew the process for KFC. Like
This
what
place is right for the taking.
the end of the night.
Oh, shit.
I knew how much money was in the bag. I knew how they went out the back. It was a lock bag, and it was like $3,000. I was gonna ruin my life for like $3,000. And the plan was to show up and jump out of the bushes and be like, give me, and the
Did
guy.
you have a disguise?
I had a ski mask. I remember I stole the ski mask. I went to Modell's because I was like, I can't be on camera buying a ski
Put
mask.
the ski mask in the bag. You tell anybody about this, I'll fucking kill you.
So yeah, I stole the ski mask. And then I was going to show up in a ski mask, and I was in the bushes. I was there. Like the guy came out, and I just chickened out.
Lewis, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
I thought you don't work at this store anymore.
I just chickened out, and I didn't do it. And
I mean, dude, you're like 1 or 2 decisions away from
yeah.
being dead or
there
in
was
jail.
a few. Yeah, there was a few very, very close. Like we had a pizzeria owner that we worked for that was going to pay us to burn down the pizzeria. And he called it off last minute. We were on our way to do it.
Jesus Christ.
We were on our way to do it. Yeah, one of the kids from Railroad Avenue.
Holy shit.
Yeah. We both worked at that pizzeria as delivery boys.
That's a high-dollar sophisticated crime, though.
That's white collar. That's both.
Yeah.
That's white.
He was going to give us. He was going to give
Arson
us
and insurance fraud.
$5,000 each.
That's all right.
Whoa.
You still need somebody?
And the whole plan was we were going to take. We didn't know how anything worked, so we were going to take lighter fluid and then spray it all over the fuse box, just the fuse box, and we're going to light the fuse box. And in our mind, that was going to fucking, those wires were going to fucking all just like catch fire on the inside.
Jesus.
We didn't think about it. It was literally going to be a little shitty fire. We were going to get caught. He was going to rat us out and say he had no idea, and that was going to be the end of my life.
And
You
then
think that's what was going to happen?
Yeah, he wasn't going down when we got caught.
Yeah.
The owner of the pizzeria, no way.
He wasn't gonna be standing at the. What took you so long?
Did you get the $5,000 up front?
We didn't get anything. No, we didn't do it. We called it off, or he called it off the night of, just because.
Man.
I was a bouncer at the time, and the whole idea was my buddy was gonna pick me up. I was gonna literally be at work. I was gonna dip out the back door, so I have an alibi. He's gonna pick me up. We were gonna drive to the pizzeria, which was about 15 minutes from there, and then drive back in that half hour. And hopefully, that was enough to not fucking. It was fucking stupid.
Lewis, why do you smell like calzones?
and Zippo lighter
Kel's-
fluid.
You come back with a slice. What? I had it in my lunchbox.
It's a little burnt, but it's still good.
Why are you holding fuses?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr.
gang.
Louis J. Gomez. Brand new special out right now on his YouTube page. 30 minutes with Louis J. Gomez.
Check it the fuck out.
Yeah,
gang.
thank you guys. It's the best stuff I've ever done. I really appreciate you guys having me on.
Of course, buddy.
We love
Watching
you.
it. Just give it a click. Send it over to a friend. It's true fucking dirty comedy. It's one of the darker, dirtier ones of the whole series that we filmed, and I think you guys will dig it. If you guys dig good stand-up comedy, I think you'll love this. So please go support it and click on it and share it with a friend.
We love it. Kippy, what do you got for him?
Guys, we're over the road as well. That second show at the Fillmore in Philly is moving, so get those tickets. Don't fucking snooze on that. Third show out in Toronto. Get those fucking tickets. We fucking love you. All tickets are available at arugarbage.com.
Gang, we love you. See you next week. Peace.